Can y'all still hear me? You can. Sounds good. All right, only in Mount Juliet will we get a crowd like this on a day where the temperatures are north of 100. Thank you all for coming out on such a day like this. I do want to recognize a couple of people before we get started, and then we'll let a couple of people speak. But we have our mayor, James Maness. If we give a round of applause for him. Don't hold your ovation. A lot of people instrumental in making today happen. Also, Commissioner for District 4, Jennifer Mullally, on hand. We have our state representative, Susan Lynn, on hand as well. She's always active and participating. Kenny Martin, our city manager. Recently renewed contract and very deserving, so be sure to congratulate him. Our Public Works Director, Matt White, here as well. Rocky Lee has left, but want to give him his shout out and his help for getting y'all some shade and getting y'all some mist and helping everything run smoothly, as PD found out a couple of Sundays ago. Also want to recognize County Commissioner Diane Weathers on hand as well, very instrumental in letting this happen as well. Jay Stravino with Marsha Blackburn's office on hand as well. Can't forget about Mike Murphy, Rob Porter as well, right there front and center. And then Chris Farrell with Jones Brothers, very instrumental in happening today as well. So from the city of Mount Juliet, sincerely, we thank you all so much for this. Without further ado, I'll give it to our mayor, James Maness.
Thank you, Justin. It's exciting to be here. This is a project, this little piece here that we see is something we've been waiting on for a while. And I know if you were involved, it didn't feel like a little piece getting this done, but it's about 1,300 feet. I'm just excited that we're doing this today. This is getting opened up. I know how beneficial this is going to be to the local businesses here, especially that front this road, from the access standpoint, what this is going to mean. I think some people just see the 1,300 feet, but I'm glad to be surrounded by a group of people and a group of individuals that see more than what just a short little road getting opened back up, but can see what this does for us long term. While 1,300 feet in pavement here equals miles of progress on getting the Central Pike interchange. And without this, and where that road set behind us is going right where that interchange is going to be built. And we jumped all over this opportunity as a city to see this thing constructed with no taxpayer funding and used on this, 100% developer driven. And I'm just totally excited to see this opening back up. One thing about this is it's when it comes to road projects, it's probably one of the shorter ones that you'll see out there in timeline as far as being developed, while not taking a long time when you look at the calendar to getting it done. But it took a group of people to see what this project does for us long term on here, looking beyond just a 4-year term as an elected official, looking further down the road as to what this brings. I'm excited to be surrounded by people that will look for the long term and where we're going with this next. And this is one of those key steps in there to do it. I gotta thank Commissioner Mullally, who's standing here behind me, and she's going to speak next. But to have the courage to stand up here and back these projects and to look at what this is going to do long term and stand up to the face of opposition sometimes when it comes to projects like this, and having the courage and the boldness to see this gets done for the long term success of this city. I'm proud to serve on a board with her, and I appreciate the vision for seeing projects like this, to partner with our developers that are so happy to come to this city and help us with projects that get this done and take us to the next level. So with that, I want to introduce District 4 Commissioner Jennifer Mullally. And if you back up 3 inches, it will static.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I'm very excited to be here, and this was approved, what was it, 3 years ago? So to actually see a project or a portion of it get completed is just really awesome, to see something you voted on get to that point. And it really is about a vision. It was an election year that year, and I voted on this project because I knew it was the right thing to do for the city long term, and didn't have a problem with that. It's just the right thing to do. And so just really pleased to see this and everything that's coming beyond. And we got an extra turn lane at the traffic light coming, so that's next. That'll be very nice. And I really don't have any notes, so I guess with that, I'm just honored to be here and be a part of this. So I will now turn it over to our state representative, Susan Lynn.
Well, thank you, Jennifer, and thank you, James. I'll tell you, this project and all of this, it's just an amazing, it's amazing to watch the cooperation of the city of Mount Juliet and the developers, everybody working together and creating this vision and accomplishing so much so quickly. I know it may not seem quickly, but boy, it takes a long time to build roads and do all the planning and the engineering and the right of way and all of the things that go into it. It's a tremendous amount. And I'm really impressed that this has come to this point so quickly. And we're just going to see all of this develop. I think of my little grandchildren who start school again here in Wilson County on Tuesday. And you know what? All of this here is bringing more jobs to Mount Juliet for the young people in our community. They will be able to live here, work here, and of course they play here. And that's always been the goal of Mount Juliet, is live, work, and play. So thank you, Mayor, and let me give it back to you.
Commissioner Weathers, would you like to say anything? Well, I do want to recognize County Commissioner Weathers here today for her support along with the city. And Justin?
So today couldn't have happened without the ribbon and the scissors from the great Mount Juliet Chamber of Commerce. We have Elena and Michelle here. So if y'all will step off here to the left into the sun for just a second, we'll take a quick picture. You can get back in your cars and turn that AC on blast. Thank y'all for coming.